Hey, this is Bruce and welcome to my new front garden, a beach on an island in the Caribbean. For the longest time I've wanted to live in the Caribbean on an island, and 6 days ago I moved to Potenciales, which is a little island in the Turks and Caicos, about an hour's flight from Miami in the Caribbean. I get a lot of emails from people asking me things like, Bruce, how do you end up manifesting the big things like houses and cars and relationships and important things in your life? And so what I thought I'd do, by way of example, is I thought I'd make a couple of videos for you, which I'll give you over the coming weeks, teaching you some of the key distinctions I used to manifest my dream life living in a house on a beach in the Caribbean. So keep an eye on your inbox, because over the following few weeks you're going to be receiving a few videos from me. Each one will teach you a different distinction. So let's get going. Having taught thousands of people around the world how to use the law of attraction, one of the mistakes I've seen people make the most is becoming very good at the inner game, but not so good at the outer game of the law of attraction, which is the action part. If you notice in the word attraction, it contains another word. It contains the word action inside the word attraction, almost giving a clue as to how to attract effectively. So what I'd like to do in this video is teach you some strategies that I use to get myself into action. Okay? So the strategy I'm going to teach you today is I'm going to call creating an authentic promise. An authentic promise. So what is an authentic promise? Well, an authentic promise is a promise that's from the heart. It's a promise that you intend to accomplish and that you declare publicly. So what I did with my authentic promise in moving to the Caribbean is I created a promise called, within 3.5 months, I promise I will be living in a house on an island, on a beach, in the Caribbean, where I can go kite surfing every single day. That was the promise I made. Then what I did is I stood up in front of 200 people at a seminar I was attending and declared this promise publicly. So I said to the group of people, you can count on me, within 3.5 months, I will be living on an island in the Caribbean where I can go kite surfing every day on the beach. And having declared this promise, I became rather uncomfortable because I felt the pressure of wanting to fulfill the promise and not let people down. This is the power of creating an authentic promise. If you want to get yourself motivated into action, declare something publicly. It works every time. So step one is to create an authentic promise. An authentic promise is usually big. It's a big promise, a promise that's outside of your comfort zone. It's so big that it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. And when a promise is outside of your comfort zone, you're guaranteed new results. What most people do is they make small promises inside their comfort zone so that they never look bad if they don't keep their promises or they never let anybody down. They never take any risk, and of course they get the same results that they've always been getting over and over and over again, and then they die. That's what happens when you make small promises in life, or you make no promises at all. When you make big promises, big bodacious promises that you declare publicly to the world, I guarantee you'll fulfill far more of those than you will of the small little promises you make without telling anybody. Then the third step in my authentic promise method is to find the trim tab, the very first thing you can do that will almost cause the domino effect and force the other actions into motion so that you end up accomplishing your goal effortlessly. So in my case, it was, if I rent out my house in London, I'll have to find a place to live. I'll probably move to the Caribbean effortlessly, and it'll all just kind of happen. If you don't know what trim tabbing is, make sure you go into the search box above and type the word trim tab into the search box up above and find my video I created. It'll teach you all about this great technique called trim tabbing. So there's 3 steps to creating an authentic promise. 1, create the promise, make sure it's big enough that it makes you uncomfortable. 2, declare it publicly. And 3, find the first action you could take that would act as the domino effect, the first domino that would push the rest of the dominoes down, right? So my question to you is, what is an authentic promise that you can make in your life that would have you create your dream life? What I'm going to challenge you to do is to write in the comment fields down below this video in the blog here what your authentic promise is. Declare it publicly and use my blog as a way to declare your promise publicly and be held accountable to it. Don't worry, nobody's going to come and put a gun to your head if you don't achieve your promise. You can feel safe here. But I promise declaring it publicly here will be the first step in you going out there and accomplishing it in the world. Make sure you put a time limit on your promise, and make sure your time limit is something that you can feel you can actually accomplish. Don't say you're going to do it tomorrow if it's something that's going to take a year to accomplish. An authentic promise is not a wishy-washy promise. It's not a throwaway promise. It's something you really intend to accomplish. So make sure this is really important to you, and it's something you intend to accomplish. So this is Bruce Music, signing off from my first video made in the Caribbean. Please do leave your comments down below and let me know what your promises are, and let me know what you thought of this video. I really would love to hear from you. I read every single one of them, even if I don't always respond to every single one of them. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have an absolutely miraculous day. Keep an eye on your inbox, because next week you'll be receiving another video with a new distinction. Have a great week. Cheers.